the wisdom of self-reflection and openness. In life, the real challenge is not in rising to power, but in preserving integrity. Being a decent person in hardship is difficult, but remaining upright while holding power, status, and influence is far more difficult. The human heart is born pure, like spring water from a mountain source. But over time, fame, wealth, praise, and blame settle on it like silent dust. If we do not clean it each day, that dust will obscure our true nature until we no longer recognize ourselves. Thus the ancients taught, "The wise reflect upon themselves as in a mirror. The benevolent open their hearts as they open their doors." If this meaning still feels vague to you, then listen to the story that follows. It's told that, during the reign of Yuan Feng, there was a high minister named Lin Gak, known far and wide for his integrity and righteousness. He served through 3 reigns, held many important positions, and judged countless major cases. Not once was he accused of corruption, and no gossip tainted his name among the people. When the emperor heard that Lin Gak was about to retire to his hometown, he summoned him to the court and asked, "I wish to know, over 30 years as a public servant, what did you rely upon to stay just and uncorrupted by power?" Lin Gak respectfully bowed and replied, "Your Majesty, I am no sage. I have known anger and temptation. I have stood at the crossroads of right and wrong. But I kept myself from falling thanks to 2 humble objects. The first is a bronze mirror. Each morning I look into it, not to tidy my robes, but to gaze into my own eyes. If I find my gaze colder than yesterday, my tone harsher, my pride deeper, then I know I am straying from the way. The second is the door of my residence. Since the day I took office, I have never locked it. Even at midnight, if a commoner knocked with a grievance, I would rise to meet them. Because I believe, when the door is open, the heart is open. When the heart is open, decisions are just. When the mind is clear, there is no bias. If one day my door was shut tight, then perhaps my heart too would have closed. And once the heart is closed, no high position can ensure fair judgment. Hearing this, the emperor sat in silence for a long time. Then he declared, "I decree that the words mirror and door be carved above the grand hall, so that all who serve as officials, generals, or simply as people may ask themselves each day, have I looked into the mirror today? And have I opened the door of my heart?" Some spend their lives scrutinizing others, yet never pause to reflect upon themselves. Others shut their hearts so tightly that they can no longer hear the voices of those in pain. True strength lies not in commanding hundreds, but in restraining oneself each morning. True nobility lies not in rank, but in the ability to bow down and truly listen, even to the humblest voice. A mirror does not prevent us from making mistakes, but it helps us recognize them. A door does not make us compassionate, but it allows others in. And these 2, the mirror and the door, are the simplest yet truest measures of how one lives as a human being.